Hello and welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. And guys, today I am going to be regrowing my groceries. And what that means is I will be taking my produce that I have purchased from the grocery store or ones that I have harvested in my own garden. And I plan to regrow them. And I'll take you through step by step to show you how you can do it as well. But before we get started, there are some preliminary things I'd like to go through. But we will be regrowing some lettuce, green onions, regular potatoes, sweet potatoes, and celery. So let's go through the preliminaries and then we'll get started. Okay? So the first thing I want to share with you is this lettuce. And as you can see here, the lettuce has started turning brown. But when I first purchased the lettuce, of course, I cut it across and left about 2.5 inches off the bottom of it and just simply stuck it inside of soil. And as you can see, within a matter of 2 weeks, this is the growth from that lettuce. So I'm going to keep this in this container, and in a couple of weeks or so, perhaps mid-March, I'm going to plant these in my balcony garden. Okay, so that is all you have to do in regards to celery. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you is some lettuce. I purchased some romaine lettuce from the grocery store and simply cut the bottoms, cut it from the top and left about, like as I stated, about 2.5 to 3 inches from the bottom. There are no roots as of yet, but as you can see, it has started sprouting more lettuce. So even though I don't see roots on it just yet, I'm going to go on and get these planted in the same kind of pots like these, and these are from Dollar Tree. These are the larger of the orange pots. And I'm going to get these potted up and allow these to continue to grow. And as you can see, the more you harvest, the more it will grow. And you can continue to do this pretty much until it goes to seed. But you can have a continuous supply of lettuce. If you grow it till it goes to seed, then you would simply collect the seeds and regrow new lettuce plants. So this is one where you can say you purchase once and have a continuous supply of food. Okay? The very next thing that I want to show you would be my green onion. I purchased some green onion from the grocery store because I love the flavor of green onion in a lot of different recipes. And you're not going to believe this, but I cut each one of the onions off just to where you would see the white part. And I'm going to see if I can pull out just one to show you. So when I purchased my green onion, I cut it to about right here, where it separates from the green and to the white. And I cut it off, and after cutting it off, it grew all of this back again. And it's very difficult to even tell where I've cut it from previously. So what I'm going to do is snip every last one of these again. And I see here's another new one coming. But I placed it in a jar of water, and as you can see, each one of them have developed more roots. So what I'm going to simply do is I'm going to plant all of my green onion after I harvest the tops off of them for a second time, and I'm going to be planting them in this container here. So I have a pot here. It has drainage holes, as you can see, and I'm just going to use a piece of paper, brown paper, and this is from an old paper bag. And I'm going to fill my container with soil. Okay, so as you can see, I've got it filled with soil. So what I'm going to do is take my green onion, poke a small hole in the pot, and I just want to bury the roots. And you want to leave the top portion not exposed, not under the soil. You just want the roots covered, but the rest of the green onion above the soil level, as I have done here. Okay? And I'm going to go on and do the rest, and I'll come back and share that with you once they've all been potted in. And there you have it. They're all potted up, and I've gone on and cut the tops off, and I plan to chop them up and put them in the freezer. But all I have to do is water this in and place it in a nice sunny area until I can take it outside for a spring summer garden. Okay? Now, moving on to the next thing, what I want to share with you is last year I grew several potatoes, and these are some of the ones that have sprouted. Now, you can also do this with store-bought potatoes. If you find that your potatoes are sprouting, and if you're not going to go on and eat them anytime soon, you can simply place them in soil, keep them covered, and as they grow, continue to add more soil on top of them in terms of, it's called healing. Continue to heal them up, and in about 3 months, usually it's 90 to about 115 days, you'll be able to harvest potatoes. So what I'm going to be doing is I like to grow my potatoes in containers or in growing bags. And I have a bag here that had a 50-pound, it was a 50-pound bag of rice. And I'm sticking the bag inside of this crate so that I can easily move it and place it wherever I would like for it to be. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this bag halfway with soil, throw my potatoes in here, and then cover them about 2 to 3 inches. And once I see them grow above the soil level, I'll add more soil and continue to do so until the soil level is about an inch below the top of my bag. And at that time, I'll stop healing my potatoes and allow them to continue to grow and mature. And you'll know when they're ready because the leaves will start to turn yellow and turn brown. They'll fall over and die back. That is an indication that they are ready to be harvested and are no longer growing. And so at that time, I'll wait for a day in which the soil is not soggy and wet. When it's nice and dry, then you can simply pull the bag out, dump it out, and harvest your potatoes. Another thing that I'm going to be regrowing would be sweet potatoes. And what you see here is my sweet potatoes that I grew last year. These were harvested, I think, around in either late October or early November. And what I simply did, guys, was cut them in half and place the cut side down into some soil. And as you see here, they are starting to sprout and develop leaves. And once these leaves become large enough, I will just break them off, place them in water. They root so fast and easy. And then with those, I will plant for additional sweet potatoes. You can also throw in your smaller sweet potatoes just directly into the ground or into soil, and they will produce sweet potatoes as well. But by doing it this way, I want to get as many slips as I possibly can. And so I'm noticing that there's a little growth here, and there's some growth in other areas here. It's kind of hard for me to show you. Here's one here, here's one here, but this one is doing, let's see, this one is doing the best so far. I think I'm going to place this in a sunny area, or I might just put it under a grow light and see if I can get it to grow just a little bit faster. But these are just very simple and easy ways to continue to grow food from what you have. And as I've stated, if you allow some of your vegetables to go to seed, that's a continuous supply of food for years to come. So I just wanted to come on and share this information with you in case you did not know that you can grow food from a lot of the produce that you purchase in the grocery store or from the food that you grow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. God bless. Bye bye. Guys, I just came back to share with you that in reviewing my video, I noticed that I called this lettuce, but this is actually celery. So I just wanted to make that quick correction.